everybody, and welcome to our sort of review of the Jurassic World Evolution 3 announcement! Can we just say, wow, they left it right up until the 11th hour to even post anything remotely Jurassic World Evolution. We didn't even know if we were going to get it. There was rumors that it was going to be next year or this year, but now... I mean, it looks... there's two games, right? There's one coming out this year. There's one coming out next year. I'm going to assume it's Jurassic Park Survival is next year's one, because we haven't really seen much of that. Whereas this one, well, we'll get into that. But first, I want to apologize if my voice sounds a bit odd, or if I don't sound as enthusiastic and as loud, as bombastic as I normally am. I'm just sort of recovering from a bad throat. So yeah, ignore any weirdness. I've explained it away. It's okay. I have a cup of tea. I'll sip in between takes. So first off, they put a little description here saying, the next entry in the award-winning series Jurassic World Evolution 3 puts you in control of building and running your very own Jurassic World. Help life find a way by synthesizing, breeding, and nurturing prehistoric species. Notice prehistoric species. Hopefully. Maybe. I mean, I guess because there is, what is it, mosasaurs and stuff. How do they have nests? Do you think it's a floating thing? I think it's a floating thing. Nurture prehistoric species, manage each species and allow them to thrive. Hopefully we'll get saber-toothed tigers and mammoths and stuff. Maybe down the line. While helping your dinosaurs raise families and pass their genes onto future generations. Create incredible havens for your dinosaurs to help them flourish. Building exciting new attractions to amaze guests and maintain control when disaster inevitably strikes. A sort of catch-all, you know, it's just describing. You could put this to all of the evolutions except for the whole breeding and nurturing. And you can kind of say it's breeding when you're synthesizing the eggs and stuff like that, but that's one of the biggest things when it comes to this game is the whole breeding aspect of it. As weird as it is to say that name. So what we're going to do is we're going to go over all of the screenshots that I've been allowed to look at, as well as some extra details. We've got to go into pre-orders, deluxe editions, and stuff like that. I don't have the prices. If I do learn them, I'll put them in the description of this video. I'll pin it in a pinned comment. So I'm presuming it's not going to be cheap, though. So let's have a quick look. This is the first one. And we have, I think, 1, 2, 3, 4 adult brachiosaurs with 2 babies or 3 babies there. I'm assuming this is Japan because you've got the pagoda looking structure, you've got the cherry blossom here. I mean, Japan has all of the seasons, so it could be anywhere really. This is the next image showing us more of the park. Again, I think this is Japan. You've got the cherry blossoms. You've got some nice structures there, like a little mini fence, possibly that could be. I'm assuming it's not just part of that tree. Of course, you've got some returning ones. You've got those lights. You've got a lot of decorations, like a lot of decorations. I don't even know what these buildings are, which is very interesting because when it came to buildings in Jurassic World Evolution 2, you know, they were structural buildings. Like this looks like a Japanese version of the Innovation Center. So it could be a themed, this is like Japan, so a bit like we had with Malta, Biosim, the buildings change to, you know, that sort of area. And I'm assuming this is part of the globe-trotting campaign that they've been saying, as well as gold for the monorail. But if you just have a look at this place, like this area here with this mountain and the rocks that seem to auto-generate, which we covered in my previous reaction video, I'm hoping there is a way, because maybe you don't want rocks on the mountain. I'm assuming if you put forest, then the rocks will disappear and they'll be replaced by trees. I'm hoping, anyway, because sometimes the rocks look like they've been stuck on the side of the mountain rather than they've built up, if you know what I mean. Like, if gravity took control, in my eyes, a lot of those rocks would just roll off. And then, the beautiful, again in Japan here, the beautiful Lost World T-Rex. I love they went with that very iconic head shape and look of the Juvie from the Lost World. These look like regular T-Rexes with the... I mean, I'm not too sure on the skin and pattern types. I'm not that heavily into into Jurassic World Evolution 2 skins. But this one looks to be a Malta area. And look, you've got like a mosasaur or pliosaur swimming pool. You've got a fountain there. Hopefully we'll get some fountain effects. I don't know what this is. Maybe a hotel, this one. But really, like, if you just look at the landscape. I mean, look at this. This here is something that is, or was, impossible, completely impossible with Evolution 1 and 2, and that's a cave system. So it would be so cool if there was a way to make that. I think maybe in Planet Zoo you can do it, and again, that's a Frontier game. And I mean, if you look at it, right, it looks like the Avery goes through it, like runs under it. So it's not just outside of the map, so you can't touch it. It's inside, and either it's going to be, you know, a scenery thing that you place down, which isn't ideal because if there's not much variation in the cliff or whatever, that, you know, if there's just one type of cave, then they're all going to look the same. If you put loads of them together to make an underground area, you'll see it repeat, you know, like the pattern repeats. So I'm hoping that you can, like, make a mountain and then, like, go under and, like, flatten both ways, and then maybe it'll cinch, and then or there's something in the terrain tools there. Looking at this area, these big steep drop-offs here, this looks to be placed rock. Like this one here. Even this could be, it might even just be outside the map. And as well around that lagoon, look at that. You can place rocks in the lagoon, or at least around the outside. So yeah, that's something that, you know, you couldn't do in the past because it would be like terrain obstruction. Or sorry, the terrain wouldn't be obstructed, but the terrain would obstruct things. And you couldn't put like loads of rocks close to each other. And that's what mods allowed you to do. So I'm hoping there's something happening here, as well as putting rocks in the middle. Now, that could be a nesting area for them. It might not be. But again, look, if you look at this lagoon as well, you've got rocks coming in there. And then this one is more back to Japan. You've got buildings inside of the Avery, little baby pterodon there. How cute. Again, that's Jurassic World Evolution, or Jurassic World Pteranodon. And then this lovely shot of a Zengon, and it was the Innovation Center. I can't remember you've got these bridges over the Zengon with the sand and stuff. I don't know if it's just me, but Jurassic World Evolution 3, Japan. Kyoryu, which is Japanese for dinosaur, set in Japan. Ferocious, on your way to Japan. What is it with dinosaur games in 2025 and being like, Japan, man? Dinosaurs, Japan, 2025. It's the glue that holds them all together. They don't look like labs or genetic research facilities, restaurants. I mean, they could be restaurants. No, maybe we've got onsen. Maybe we've got new buildings. That's the onsen. That's the yakiniku restaurant. So we've also got this sort of information here when it comes to nurturing generations of dinosaurs. With over 80 awe-inspiring prehistoric species, over 70 of which allow you to manage, breed, and nurture families of dinosaurs across entire generations. So we've got 80 species of dinosaurs, but 70 of them allow you to breed them. So 10 species of dinosaurs that aren't able to breed with each other, I assume. I mean, what dinosaurs could that be? I'm assuming Indoraptor. I'm assuming Indominus Rex. The D-Rex from Rebirth that'll probably come into this game, I assume, at some point. Mutants and hybrids like the Mutodon. Mutodon will be in there. So we've already got 4. 6 more. I mean, I'd imagine they wouldn't be able to breed. Rear them from playful juvies into awe-inspiring adults, each with distinct female, male, and juvenile variants. So this that sexual dimorphism that we saw with the Triceratops there. Park guests will marvel as these majestic creatures socialize and react to the vibrant world around them. Manage unique social needs and observe brand new behaviors, with semi-aquatic dinosaurs venturing into deep water to feed and pterosaurs landing to walk. Oh, that is beautiful. So that sounds like we're going to get Spinosaur. We're going to get Spinosaur swimming. And of course, from the trailer from Rebirth, we're going to get T-Rex swimming too. What would be also really cool is if we get aquatic battles. Like, you know, yeah, dinosaurs have battles on land, but in water as well. That would be kind of awesome. And so now we know what that image was before. We had the shallow water, and I'm assuming that was deep water. So some dinosaurs will be able to cross. But just think, you know, a lot of people make their own machinimas with this game. You could now do, if the game allows you, you know, a herd of parasaur crossing the water. I assume that mosasaurs won't be able to attack them. That's why we still have the differentiation between deep water and lagoons. Because if they were the same, then mosasaurs would obviously be able to interact. And obviously, if it's just deep water, I'm assuming dinosaurs don't dive underneath. That's the, you know, if you could have dinosaurs dive in deep water, then why not just make it a lagoon, right? Because it's the same mechanic. So they're probably just going to stay at the surface. I would presume, anyway. I don't know. I'm just guessing it. But the fact that, you know, pteranodons are able to walk, so maybe we're going to get some different kind of exhibits that we can make instead of them just being aviaries. That'd be really cool. If there's a system that stops them from flying out. You know, if we could have fences that almost have that system, the ABS system from Dominion, so they can't go above it. So, you know, guests could walk through. That would be really cool. And then the next bit is create jaw-dropping parks with new creative tools never before seen in Jurassic World Evolution series. From groundbreaking terrain editing, which we saw that, and modular scenery customization. Build and tweak every aspect of your park from the ground up. So that's what those buildings are. They're not a restaurant. They're not whatever you call them. They're custom made. You can make a modular, so I'm assuming it's like Planet Zoo. That sort of thing. Okay. Not my cup of tea, I'll be honest, but the fact that, you know, really creative people are in there, they're going to love this. Build your sites with naturalistic enclosures using steep slopes and scenery. So they won't be able to get up the steep slopes. Introduce stunning new attractions like the balloon tour. And close-up attractions let guests see and touch prehistoric animals with a gentle giant's encounter. So basically, we're seeing the petting zoo from the movie Jurassic World. That we're seeing that come in. Or at least a gentle giant's way of being able to interact. Maybe it's like a treetop. You know, like brachiosaurs, a gentle giant, maybe you can touch that way. I'm assuming the giant doesn't refer to a T-Rex. But also the balloon tour from J-Pog. No idea why it's taken this long. 3 games to get a J-Pog balloon tour, but that's really nice. Create, upload, and share cross-platform community creations using Frontier Workshop. Browse the very best creations from the community, place them in your own game, or craft your own custom parks, buildings, and enclosures before sharing for other players to use. Okay. Now it makes sense. Now this might be the ultimate version of Jurassic World Evolution. Not only have you basically brought the Nexus mods to the game, so console players can use them, but even PC players can upload their creations to them. You're going to get someone who's really good on a computer upload something, and someone on a PS5 can download it and put it in their park. Oh, I'm excited. Oh, that's going to be good. Okay. Yeah, so we got babies, we got scenery, and we've got, like, you know, the file sharing aspect. We've got 3 major things coming to the game, which makes sense because it's Jurassic World Evolution 3. And when it comes to the campaign, here we go. Epic globe-trotting campaign. Join familiar faces from the Jurassic franchise, including Dr. Ian Malcolm, voiced by Jeff Goldblum, and embark on a non-linear campaign across a sprawling world map filled with iconic locations such as Montana Badlands and new locations such as Japan. Each offering thrilling new challenges. Every decision will test your park management skills as you balance competing human interests with the delicate integration of dinosaurs into a modern world. You'll need to juggle your reputation with 3 influential industries, sectors, which we've definitely heard of before, the security, science, and entertainment branch, I think it was. Demands an array of side-owning clients. But be warned, not everyone wants to see the dinosaurs thrive. Ooh. Now, I don't know if I'm a fan of the non-linear. If you just give me a bunch of parks that I zip around, and I go to one, go to the other, why can't I just make my own park? And I'd like to turn on the fact that I can do missions. That's the only difference. If they allow you to turn on missions or objectives to have in Sandbox, no need for campaign. That's why I think campaign needs to be linear. It needs to have a story. And at the end of it, unlock a dinosaur. That's why you need a campaign. If you think of all the if I think the best games in my childhood, the ones like Super Smash Bros., for instance, right? They always had a campaign, a story mode. And the whole reason you would do it was to unlock the characters. So maybe there's probably going to be skins. Maybe you unlock certain statues for doing the campaign. But I like linear. I like linear I guess there is a linear aspect to it where you're gaining favor with certain factions. possibly. Maybe that's how they're going to tie it all together. And finally, control the chaos. Powerful and accessible park management tools provide control over your park's operations. Set your sites up to run as efficiently as possible and bring Paleo under your guidance. I don't want to bring Paleo under your guidance? Okay. But chaos is the only certainty. So prepare for disasters using new security cameras. Ooh, JPOG. That will help automate the responses to escape dinosaurs and deploy your maintenance ATV team to keep threats contained by delivering critical repairs across the site. So instead of every time a dinosaur breaks out, you have to go, click on the ranger team, add task, capture the dinosaur, and then when it's sedated or whatever, you have to move it back in. It seems like if you set up a camera, that whole process would be automated for you. And I assume you would assign, a bit like you do in Jurassic World Evolution 2, you assign scientists, you would assign a ranger team to that camera or something. So let's get on to the pre-purchase and deluxe editions that I've been allowed to share these screenshots officially. I'm assuming they're probably on the Steam page or what have you. But pre-purchase bonus, so just putting in your pre-order, does get you a few benefits. It gets you the Badlands set. So, in containing this, scenery items inspired by the original Jurassic Park iconic dig site, including canopy, a mobile home, fossils, computers, a fossil finder, and a prop ATV. You also get 5 Badlands scenery blueprints. So I'm assuming a blueprint is what allows you to make the buildings, that we talked about before. So you get 5 different things that you can add. And an exclusive Badlands ATV skin for the maintenance team. So this is our first look at the ATV. So it's not a Jeep, it's not a veterinary vehicle. I mean, before they said about maintaining with the ATV. So feeders or something? I really don't know what this would be used for. I can only think that this is to split up something that the ranger team does. Or maybe there's something that I don't even know about. I mean, we've just had cameras added. There could be other things. I'm just looking at the lunchbox there. But we also have other images. So this is the exclusives that you get for pre-purchasing. So as you can, if you're a Jurassic Park fan, you'll remember this is the scene where John Hammond pops off the champagne. Alan Grant's like, we were saving that. And John Hammond goes, for today, I guarantee it. I never understood what this was. This must be the fossil finding thing, where the guy puts like a shotgun shell in and then and the sonar bounces back sort of thing. So, and an ATV skin, I'm assuming that this is the Badlands ATV skin, because then these might be just the regular ATVs. And there we go, look at that. Look at its backbone, shaped backwards, just like a bird. Even the name Raptor means bird of prey. That doesn't look scary, more like a 6-foot turkey. But yeah, no, I mean, this looks awesome. As a pre-purchase, it's nice that there's not something crazy that you miss out on, right? I wonder if there's a way to get it afterwards. And then we get into the Deluxe Edition stuff. And as it says here, Jurassic World Evolution 3 Deluxe Edition features an additional 4 spectacular prehistoric species of family units with male and female and juvenile variants. So already with the Deluxe Edition, they're asking for you to buy it. They're asking you to pre-purchase and get the Deluxe Edition. So you get 4 dinosaurs. First one, Protoceratops is the first one. I think that's the one that was found with the skeleton of the raptor, like them being locked in combat. We have Guanlong. Okay. Concavinator. What's that? That's getting up there. And, Carnotaurus was about there with the fans when Jurassic Park was out and Lost World. And then by the time Jurassic World came out, Carnotaurus was up here. And then we have Thanatos Draken. If I remember correctly, that's a flyer, I think it's either a swimmer or a flyer, so no aquatics. Also, purchasing the Jurassic World Evolution 3 Deluxe Edition also gives players a mosasaur skin, unique Clark County scenery, and the 3 ATV skins for the maintenance and repair team. So you get 3 skins for the ATV, you get 1 skin for the mosasaur, you get 4 dinosaurs, and you also get Clark County scenery. And what you're looking here is the Clark County scenery. So very white marble. You've got the green there. It's very Greek. Very Greek. Volume. Yes, bring back my Age of Empires day. Skopos. and my Assassin's Creed. But this, is this the Badlands? This might be the Badlands, but look at it all. There's so much scenery. Like, you can even place the individual vending machine here. Like, let's have a look. Like, you've got the vending machine. I don't know about the lights. This is all normal. But this step, this thing must be modular. You must be able to make this. The same with the pillars. You've got a beautiful marble T-Rex. The roof, again, must be modular. You've got the Pteranodon statues. Again, all of this must all still be modular. And fountains as well that we're able to, as well as all of this. So, I mean, this looks beautiful. Really allowing you a customization. And again, look at this. This is a customized building, I'm assuming. A modular one. Is there an entrance? Does it have a purpose? Probably. But you have no idea what it does now. But here we go. Here's the Concavinator with Juvie. Now, was Concavinator in Jurassic World Evolution 2? It was a mod. And then I think it came out in a pack. So again, it's kind of locked behind a pack, because this is, of course, Deluxe edition. Really up to you if you want to purchase this, and you do get a male and female variant. I'm trying to see what the difference is. Apart from skin color, maybe there's a little bit of change in the hump that I'm not seeing with that perspective. And then, here's the Guanlong. Look at this. Look at those beautiful eyes. Oh, this looks gorgeous. Ooh. So I'm assuming we got the male here with the brighter crest and bigger puffed out chest possibly, and here's the female that's more subdued, which is what they are like in birds. And yes, Protoceratops was the dinosaur that it was locked into eternal combat with the Velociraptor in that fossil. I like the baby. Ooh. I am very curious to see if the carnivores are able to eat babies. I'm assuming it'll just be maybe you're talking about a whole new tree of animations here. It'll be simple, maybe like the goat animations, goat eating animation, maybe they'll copy those. And I'm wondering if like a baby T-Rex can hunt a baby Protoceratops. That would be also very interesting. And here it is, Thalatus Draken. So I think this was another official dinosaur that was put in a DLC. Could be wrong. I feel like it was one of the last ones that came out of DLC in Jurassic World Evolution 2. Don't hold me to that, but I think it was. Love the animation there. Look, I'm going to love to see these guys walk around rather than just sit there and do nout, which is what the dinosaurs do in Evolution 2, or the flying reptiles, I should say. Very interesting to see what you guys think when it comes to this, because, you know, they're basically pre-packaging dinosaurs that we already had in Evolution 2 and selling it to you again, which is kind of what this is. I can understand all perspectives, because you can't expect them to start from scratch. We'd be here for another 5-10 years. At the same time, they're adding so much to it that it does warrant another release. I don't know if it warrants a full price tag, I'll be honest, but at this point now, I do wonder what's to stop them making Evolution 4? 5, 6, 7, 8. Like, what? You know, when there's something else that comes out that's just revolutionary. What about like ferry tours? You know, what about the lagoon tour with the boat? You know, we haven't seen that yet, and that's a mod. Is that Evolution 4? As much as I love it, I just wish that we would have like a certainty that you're not gonna keep on doing this. But I feel like they're gonna keep on doing this. All in all, I mean, this is so cool. But I just hate that it's stepped, and it's just a concept. But I mean, this is what games have become now, right? So app games ruined video games because of in-app purchases, and everyone just threw money at the game. Me, I'm guilty of it. I think I threw like $3,000 at Jurassic World Alive at one point just for one dinosaur to prove a point, and then it was like the best dinosaur, and then it got taken out of the roster of best dinosaurs just to prove that they want your money. That's it. So in that regard, I would rather give that money to a company that makes a really good game. And I will always have this, I hope. Who knows? Because with app games, once they get discontinued, they're gone. The service is gone. Jurassic Park Builder, remember that? Can't play it anymore. It doesn't matter how much money you spent on it, gone. You should technically always have it. And the same with Jurassic World Evolution 3. This all remains to be seen, though, I suppose. We'll see what the future holds. Anyway, guys, that is all the information we have right now. It's hype. This looks really good. They've definitely looked at the Nexus mods and listened to the community to see what people want. Biggest winners, PlayStation console gamers are the biggest winners here because of that sharing. The Frontier Community Hub, or whatever they called it. The fact that PC players can make amazing things, and then boom, someone on PS5 can have it. That, baby dinosaurs, some really cool modular buildings like this, some extra features, the terrain. There's some really good features here. I like to hear your thoughts in the comments down below. If you want to see a reaction, I'll put a link in the description below to the trailer, as well as the trailer. There should be cards, links, all that jazz popping up throughout the video. If you enjoyed this video, guys, I'm going to go rest my voice before I kill it again. And until next time, I'll see you guys later. Oh, bye-bye.